What's going on, dudes and dudettes? It is Deadbolt here to make some more Unsolved Mysteries, and today we got 5 Unsolved Mysteries and Unexplained Events by Nuke's Top 5. I feel like I've heard of this channel, but oh gosh, oh man, these videos look very scary. But be sure to leave a like and subscribe to them. Do the huge support. Oh man, they have a nice YouTube banner. Oh hey, isn't that an SCP? That's the weird, decay man. I forgot his name. He's a really interesting one though. Fun fact, the only reason I haven't put my new logo up that I've been, telling you guys about is because I don't have a YouTube banner. I forgot, like, if I put my new logo and stuff and, everything else, this is still the old logo, so I gotta change this up one day. I don't know if I'm gonna hire somebody to do it for me or if I want to try to do it myself, but that's what I'm waiting on for me to make a decision. But anyways, Nuke's Top 5 Unsolved Mysteries and Unexplained Event. Let's get into it already. Let's get scared. Let's poop our pants and, do other excrement that we can do. Alright, I was this close to, instead of pressing, play on the screen, I was about to press stop recording. That would not have been good. Alright, let's go.
The top 5 unsolved mysteries. Mysterious visitor. Before we get to all the murder and mayhem in this list, here's an unsolved mystery that simply fits into the extremely creepy category.
You're already creeping me out.
For several nights in a row, a Reddit user gets repeated alerts from his door motion sensor that movement has been detected.
Oh no.
Every time he checks the notification images, there's nothing there.
Oh man, I don't know. Like, my house has cameras on it, but I don't know if I could do like one that you could see on your phone. I'd be so scared to like look at it and then there's like some like, that's the worst thing when you have security system. You don't ever want it to be used, you would rather prefer to live in peace and solidarity and just do your own thing and never have to worry about it. But like when you get a scare, that shit, you get paranoid. And like, I don't know, there's nothing scarier than somebody coming into your house, in my opinion. Like, that's just no.
So he just assumes
that looks familiar though. I think I've seen that on Facebook.
Or perhaps a malfunction.
It's the guy that's like,
third night, the man checks his alert and finds this disturbing.
Oh shit, why did you do that? Stop it. Oh my god. He turned it into like a jump scare. I've seen this image before. But like that music he did, why did you got to do that to me, man? Was it zooming in or was that just my imagination? It felt like it was zooming in and he was getting closer, and like my screen is like not even like a foot and a half away from me. Oh my god, let me back up. It is zooming in, you cunt. Oh, you bastard.
Wearing an odd mask. Even creepier, notice the times on the alerts. They occur around midnight, then again a full 4 to 5 hours later, around 4 a.m.
Oh,
so,
I think I know what he was trying to do.
And why was he hanging around outside the man's home all night long?
He was probably trying to rob it.
In a mask. The Reddit user reports that after this picture, the mysterious visitor never returned again.
He was probably trying to rob it. Honestly, he was probably trying to build up the courage to rob it. I know, like, usually when people like are thinking about robbing a place, they usually like stick it out for usually weeks at a time, but this guy is probably a rookie. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, like I've never robbed anything from any place. I think I think I stole a few things from high school, but like they're like pencils, pens, etc., etc. Actually no, that's right, I've stolen I've stolen a grinder from a pencil sharpener for no reason at all. That's a story. I kind of want to find it, but like I don't know where it is anymore. It might be in the box I have in my closet, honestly. But like there's so much shit in there. But yeah, I think he was just trying to build up the courage. Like, when you're afraid to do something, you kind of have to psych yourself up, and it ends up taking you a lot longer than you think it is. I think that's why, because like these timestamps kind of line up for that. A little. Well, this one's a bit too long. like maybe he was like, all right, let's do this. All right, I'll just knock down the door, you know. And then he was like, all right, hold on, no, let me think this through, you know. And then he like went to his car or something, you know. And then he like tried to psych himself up, you know, try to come up with a game plan. Like, I do this. And then he went up again. He was like, all right, let's do this. And then he like wimped out at the last minute and then went back, you know. Those would explain like these 30-minute timestamps, you know, like 30-minute to an hour. 4:48. That's like 5 hours later, 4 or 5 hours. I don't know about that. Maybe he went home. He was like, no, I'm not going to do this. And then last minute he was like, I got to do this. Like, I don't know. That's me trying to put my mind in a robber's head. But, you know, I don't know. That's what makes sense to me.
In Economy, Pennsylvania, a teenager is strolling through the woods when he makes a grisly discovery: the dismembered head of an old woman. But that's not where the weirdness stops, because when police investigate, they find that the head has been fully embalmed by someone. Not only that, but the eyes have been removed and replaced by rubber balls.
So, dude, that sounds like they were at a mortuary, like there was already like they were prepping a body for like to be buried, you know, maybe an open casket or something. And somebody was just like, maybe it was a grave robber, but like, why would you just, you know, just take a head and place it somewhere? Maybe to scare the shit out of somebody, but like, that's pretty dark. Like, whoever that person is, like, I know they didn't technically kill anybody, but like, they should be like on a watch list. You know, that's like on par with like hurting small animals. Like, you know how they say that's a red flag for serial killers? Hurting small innocent animals, you know, defenseless things. I don't know, that's sus.
Police artists compose sketches and even circulate pictures of a 3D sculpture of the woman's head. But no leads are ever found to the woman's identity or where the head came from. 1 year later, the investigation is stopped due to lack of evidence. Pennsylvania authorities buried the head in an unmarked grave in the local cemetery. To this day, no one knows who the woman is or what happened to her body.
Yeah, that's sad.
BC Beach Feet.
Oh.
On February 9th, 2016, a family was walking along Botanical Beach in British Columbia, Canada.
Yeah.
They find a shoe washed up on the shore.
I've heard of this.
Nothing strange about that.
But there's a bunch.
The shoe still has a severed human foot inside.
Like, apparently there's like a bunch of feet that just wash up to shore. I'm guessing like back in the day, people were getting killed, you know, maybe cement, no, not cement bricks, but like they were probably dumping their bodies in the ocean. And now over time they're decaying and, you know, falling apart. And now they're just getting, you know, the shoes and stuff. You know, but that's the thing is that's weird about that is like they don't say anything about any other body parts that are found. They only say like the shoes with the foot inside of it. They don't say like, hey, a severed arm is here, you know, a bone fragment of a skull is here, you know, etc., etc. It's always just a foot in a shoe. So I don't know what's going on with that.
But it gets even stranger than that, because this is the 13th human foot to wash up on the beach of British Columbia in the past 10 years. Theories about the origin of the feet run from murdered bodies dumped into the ocean to suicides and deaths at sea. But no one is quite sure on the exact explanation or why the British Columbia beach in particular seems to attract these grisly discoveries.
Yeah, because you would think that would like happen all over.
Morgellons disease.
Morgellons
disease is a very rare and controversial illness. Sufferers report the strange sensation of what feels like bugs crawling under their skin.
Yeah.
Other symptoms include chronic fatigue, skin sores, and oddest of all, threads or fibers that actually appear underneath the skin.
What the hell?
In 2012, the U.S. Center for Disease Control said that they believed that Morgellons wasn't an actual physical disease at all, but was simply a mental illness.
Yeah, but
They
it looks like
suggested
it
that
is.
the fibers were likely lint that had gotten into exposed wounds. However, tens of thousands of Morgellons disease sufferers, including singer Joni Mitchell, insist that the disease is very real.
Yeah.
On websites and help forums, sufferers post very compelling photos of the strange fibers that they say appear under their skin. Lab analysis of some of the Morgellon fibers defy all description.
Whatever the cause, there is something strange about the fibers. Forensic scientist Ron Pogue at the Tulsa Police Crime Lab checked a Morgellons sample against the 100,000 known fibers in the FBI's national database.
So it's not hair?
No match at all. So this is some strange stuff.
Not cotton, not linen, not any known natural or synthetic fiber.
But despite reported cases of the illness dating back at least 16 years, Morgellons disease has never been officially recognized or classified as either a physical or mental illness.
Maybe it is worms. Maybe it's like they're just like they're eggs, they're larvae, and they just die, and like their rotting corpse, you know, just looks like a hair follicle, like a maybe their rotting corpse, they're, you know, they dry up. Maybe it just looks like a fiber. For a second, I was gonna say maybe they just have like a hyper sensitive sense of touch. Like maybe they're just like so, you know, in tune with their body or whatever that they can feel their hair growing, you know, or like something like that. But like certainly they would be in severe pain like all the time. You know, like her doing this, you know, lifting his leg and stuff, that would probably cause him a lot of pain if he was that sensitive to like touch. So I don't know, that's weird, man. Because I know, yeah, like there is a lot of psychosis and stuff that makes people think there's bugs in their skin, and there's a lot of drugs that do that too. But like this is obviously a kid, so he's obviously not doing any hard drugs. That one's really scary because like it's completely like, how does this happen? How do you contract it? How do you cure it? Like nobody knows. Nobody even knows what it actually does. That's scary.
4,000-mile death punch.
Word?
On July 5th, 19...
Did somebody get freaking super punched? Did somebody get freaking One Punched Man punched? Did somebody get punched by Saitama? Like what the hell? Like I'm guessing what's about to happen is like gonna be something very horrible, but like calling it the 4,000-mile death punch, that sounds like an anime finishing move, doesn't it? You know, that sounds like something, you know, Naruto or Goku would say right before they do their like final blow, you know, the 4,000-mile death punch. Whoa. And then, you know, the ground breaks around them, and you know, there's the shock waves. Everybody's like, oh, so much power, and etc. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Either that or this sounds like a band name, the 4,000-mile death punch. Epic band name.
4,000-mile death punch. On July 5th, 1996, in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, a 31-year-old man named Blair Adams suddenly leaves his job, removes all of his cash from his bank accounts, and begins one of the strangest escape attempts of all time. I say escape attempt because Blair Adams had repeatedly claimed to friends that someone was trying to kill him and that he had to get out of town immediately.
What?
First, Blair Adams tries to cross the border into the US, but he's turned away by suspicious border guards. Next, he buys a one-way ticket to Frankfurt, Germany, leaving the next day. But apparently Adams is too afraid to wait for his flight to Germany, so instead he once again tries to cross the US border. This time, he succeeds. Adams then drives nearly 500 miles to Seattle, where he purchases another plane ticket and flies across the US to Washington.
If he's so afraid of waiting, why doesn't he just like do laps around the airport, you know? Like, don't stay in one place, stay in a public area. If you're afraid that somebody's gonna kill you, go into a public area. All right, nobody's stupid enough to just be like, all right, bow. Like, you're like right in public, the lady got caught. You know, that's Among Us 101. If he would have went to Germany, like I say that because like if he would have went to Germany, he probably would have lived. Unless like the people he pissed off or, you know, who wanted to kill him for whatever reason were just that powerful. Like he probably would have been fine in Germany. And I kind of thought about this. If you just go on a one-way trip to another country, would you be allowed to stay there? Like if you like took maybe, I'll just spit on my fucking mouse. Ugh, that's gross. If you get like a one-way trip or like a maybe if they won't let you get a two-way trip just to be safe, and you just don't get on your flight back, and you just stay there, like what's gonna happen? Like certainly, yeah, you might be deported. Well, it's like Mexico, you know, Mexican immigrants, they have such a tough time getting into America, you know, a lot of people die trying to cross the border from Mexico to America, but like Americans, we can just get a ticket to like Germany or Australia or like Mexico or Canada or, you know, anywhere. We can just stay there. like we can just be like, all right, I know I have a flight back, but I'm just not gonna go. I'm gonna stay here forever. You know, like I feel like Americans and like every other country is like Americans, Canadians, Europeans. A lot of the time, like we could just go anywhere and like be immigrants and like nobody would notice, you know, like yeah, they will probably notice an American, you know, like hi there, do you guys have burgers? I want a burger. That would be me because I like burgers, but like that's the first thing I would do in a new country. Do you guys have burgers here? If not, I'm going somewhere else. I'm sorry. But like, you know, yeah, you would probably stand out, but like I'm just saying, it feels like it's easier for other countries to like be immigrants elsewhere than it is for like, you know, somebody from Mexico or from the southern, you know, South America to be an immigrant in the US, you know. Maybe it's because we have stricter laws, I guess, you know, but I don't know, it's an interesting little kerfuffle, you know.
In DC. From Washington, he then drives another 500 miles to Knoxville, Tennessee. In total, Blair Adams has now traveled nearly 4,000 miles from his home in Canada. In Knoxville, Adams checks into a hotel room. Now, so far, this just sounds like the crazed trip of a delusional man.
Yeah.
But this is where things get really strange. At 7:37 p.m., Adams leaves his hotel room. The next day, Blair Adams is found dead in a parking lot a half a mile from his hotel room. He has been violently stripped from the waist down. Oddly, the thousands of dollars in cash that he was carrying is not missing, but instead is scattered all around his dead body. Weirdest of all, Blair Adams' cause of death is determined to be one single massive blow to the stomach.
Damn.
Pathologists say he received a single punch, kick, or unknown impact to his midsection that was so powerful that it actually ruptured his stomach. The strange case of Blair Adams is still unsolved.
Jesus Christ. So he might have been in debt or something. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Well, that's trippy. He said somebody's gonna kill me. And then he booked it. Oh man. You think it might have just been luck? You know, maybe he pissed somebody off, like trying to like get a ride somewhere. He was in a parking lot though. He was probably like, hey, can you like give me a ride somewhere else? You know, somebody's trying to kill me. And like he just kept pestering them until like they got pissed off and just like, wow. But like, oh man, I heard of like on 1,000 Ways to Die, somebody like got punched in the stomach and died because like they had something wrong with their stomach, like their stomach was like building up with gas and like that punch ruptured it or something. You think that happened to him? Cause like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about like a boxer. Like, did he run into a boxer, like a UFC, you know, fighter, or like somebody like a bodybuilder? Like, my God, who can just like, like freaking Naruto versus Sasuke fight? Oh man, 4,000 miles. Like he was afraid. That's very scary. There's somebody out here that's one punching people, and I feel like we should be more concerned about it than we are. All right. Oh, thank you for giving us the. Oh gosh, that's very creepy. Nuke's top 5. You scared me. It was that one in the beginning, right? Yeah. I'll give you credit for that. Be sure to subscribe to them. They were able to scare me. I don't think I got scared with the other one, the other Unsolved Mysteries one, though. Like, there was a lot of creepy shit. I got creeped out, but like this one actually like genuinely freaked me out. Like scared me good. A little bit of poop in my pants now. Got a full-on diaper change over here. All right. But all right, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would, we greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't need no space.